Well, obviously I wanted to job into art, but I couldn't get one because I wasn't told where to get one. I tried to ask around, and they said to go onto this Kex website, is it? See, Connections website, sorry, and to look for some. But by the time they told me, it was too late because they told me like way into the few weeks that we had left. So I was left doing something I didn't really want to do, but I did enjoy it because I got the experience. But something which I thought wasn't going to be necessary for me. I'd rather do something that I liked and thought I could have a future in, rather than something that I just took because it was there. In our school, we don't really get told a lot. I mean, our school, definitely, our head teacher keeps on going on about education and the importance of education, but how can we know the importance of education if we don't know the next step from it? If we know what we want to do, if we know what we want to get out of a future, how do we do it? I mean, we don't know whether to go to sixth form, we don't know whether to go to college. What's the difference between the two? How do we go about getting our dream job? And we just don't know these things, and I think people are scared to ask because we don't get told. And that's a really big problem that we have. I mean, like, we just did our work experience. We got told the things we experience work. Yeah, but how do we get there? We weren't told how to get there. And that's a really big problem. We need to know in order to understand it. Work in a gallery to get a better understanding of, like, work with a tour guide perhaps, because tour guides know information. Obviously, I wouldn't want to. But tour guides have a lot of information about the artists, and if I work with them, I would get a more understanding of it. And I don't know if artists really work in a gallery themselves, but maybe I can try to work with one and understand it and get a lot of information out of it, and that would be really good.
I'd quite like to be a teacher. I'd love to teach something like dance or English, because I love reading, but I love dance and drama as well. My school's really good because they set up a meeting for me with, like, a business connections advisor person. So I talked to them, and they helped me kind of, like, about whether I should go to sixth form or to a college, or what, like, grades I need to get and what I'd need to be doing to be able to be a teacher. So I've got a fair idea, but I suppose it's just kind of getting there.
I don't know, because right now I'm doing GCSE in arts and textiles, and I read in a book that you need, a C to A star in textiles, and I need to do A-level arts in, the career I'm pursuing, But I'm not really certain about the career I'm pursuing, but I just want to make sure that I've got that, just in case I decide to go in a different direction, that maybe when I'm coming back, I'll have something to back me up. So that way I can be flexible, because creativity is being flexible, being able to adapt to the changes, in the environment and changes in times. Because right now, those people they want like people with IT skills and stuff, and later on they could want people like with machinery skills and stuff, like able to operate like sewing machines or something like that. So it's just to make sure that I've got something to back me up. Yeah, I mean, there's fashion designing, there's being an artist, there's also being a teacher. You can teach, students you can teach them in the DT department, or teach them art and how to draw and stuff, and you can also teach people, like, help them to be creative. You can't really teach someone to be creative, but you can help them to be, because creativity is something everybody has. So you can textiles and art is something you can use in various ways. You can use it in graphic designing. I mean, you need to know, like, art first. You can draw the things out and then try and imagine them and then put them on the computers. It's just something you have that, you know that you can contribute to the world in different ways.